Good morning and welcome to Fuerteventura. Now this is a very unusual one because we are in the middle of the Atlantic on an island called Fuerteventura. It's a Spanish island. Never been here before, but we were on holiday and this is our Airbnb for the rest of the week. Let me quickly show you around before we start to do anything else. This is it. A single room with a kitchen, sofa, bed and a bathroom back there. Probably the most genius TV placement of all time. I mean, how else are you going to want to watch your evening TV? Not much to it, this is it. It's very modern and nice though. This here is our front garden, not that type of front garden. And over here is what we are whipping around in this place. The biggest rip-off known to mankind, also known as a rental car. And the sun here is absolutely aggressive. So far, Fuerteventura is actually a very nice place. It by far has the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to and I've ever seen. Also has actually some quite nice small towns, some markets and stores and stuff. And it's mainly like kind of a surfer place. It's very windy here, so a lot of windsurfers and kite surfers. But as my YouTube channel is a car YouTube channel, let's talk about car life in Fuerteventura. This is a typical Fuerteventura road. It's all paved and then all of a sudden it just looks like this. And your bones are getting absolutely rattled. Have a look out the back. Also, you can do some fun slidey stuff like this. And as I said, the rental car ended up being so expensive here, and that's because of one reason. Rental cars don't cover you going off-road with these cars. And even though the Fuerteventura roads are roads, like the dirt roads that we were on before, they are still deemed as off-road because you're not on like a tarmac road. So they charge you extra if you want to go on the off-road roads because you need to get that covered. Or if you don't cover it, they charge you for every single rock chip the car has, anything that they can find. So you basically have to get it, especially if you want to go to a beach. And I mean, that's the whole point of coming to this place. They basically charge double what you think you're going to pay once you get to the Fuerteventura airport, because they just end up saying, oh, and by the way, every single road is unpaved, you need to pay extra for this. Today we are going to do something very fun though, which every single car person does on holiday, I think, which is go-karting. And there's a pretty cool go-kart track not too far away from here. And Masha has never been go-karting before. So I'm going to try and teach her the skills of the kart. Masha mounted her driving gear. We've just arrived at go-karting. Let's see what this track has to say. I think we're in the right place. Masha's first time go-karting. Round one of karting, very cool track. Have a look at this. This is all flat around here. Bam. Hard on the brakes. And then it's basically just a left and a right corner all the way down, or more or less. But it was fun. What I've also seen, these are just the normal senior carts, the normal rental carts that you can get all over the world pretty much. But they also rent out like 390cc sports carts. But you need to achieve a 1 minute 05 or 1 minute 06 or less, something like that. And then you're allowed to take out the fast cart for a ride. In my next 10 minutes, I'm going to try and achieve it under 106 to try and get into the fast car. There's been a slight mishap. We're going to go for our next 10 minutes after this lot is done and try and set a fast lap. These are the carts that we're whipping, and they've got a seat belt, something I've never seen before. Makes it look like it's our turn. very sorry, but oh, they've already put them back up. All of those tyres before that you can see there are on the floor because some absolute buffoon of a Dylan wanted to do a fast lap time to get into that fast car. I love it. It's just the smell of tyres, the smell of petrol. Go-karting's fun. We're leaving this place. We're going back to our village, Lajares, but in the meantime we're going to do a different format, a little game, because there's two cars here that are by far the most common cars. The old Renault Clio and Toyota Land Cruisers. Could be two more different cars, but Land Cruisers make sense because you need to go off-road basically everywhere, and I don't know why, but there's so many Clios here. So we are now on our way to just do a bit of a road trip of the island. We've only ever stayed up in the north part, so now we've decided we're going to take a trip more down south to see a bit more of the island, and we've just driven one of the best roads probably I've seen in a while. Now we're slightly more up in the hills, it's a bit more mountainous, still looks like we're on planet Mars. I mean, if you can get a proper car here somehow, this would be an amazing drive. So we've just experienced that even up here, look where we are, literally in the side of a mountain, there's police. They stopped someone up here.
Oh my god, Tarsha.
Yeah, look at that. And look at these hairpins. I think that these roads up here are probably one of the best driving roads that I've ever been on. These are like Swiss mountain passes, but with a slightly different kind of view. Also, all of these roads here are freshly paved. These roads are amazing. And look at those views as well. We've arrived in Betancuria, and in true car guy fashion, instead of appreciating the lovely scenery that we're in, it's another new place to go car spotting. Yeah, it's lovely and all, looks nice, but let's see what we can find here. In the end, we did find some shit boxes. Some kind of old Citroen, old school Citroen, you see the writing on it. White with white wheels, proper Riser boy. And then a Golf Mark 4, whatever that red thing is over there, and that is actually pretty cool. Seat Ibiza, I think, quite nice. Smallest car I've ever seen. That's where range from.
Juckt sie am Null.
Hallo. Die ist tief für den Träum. Mashallah, second last day in Fuerteventura, decided to go and check out a new different kind of beach. Oh, it's easy, it's 20 minutes away. look where we are. And we've been on a road like this for the past 20 minutes. I think we're about to catch up to someone that's got an even worse car for this road. The rental car lottery didn't treat him quite as well. I mean, the Clio isn't great either, but look at this guy. That guy's skeleton is getting absolutely destroyed. Oh, lukt zijn schwijf van het zo gehad.
Wat kan ik dat vinden?
Oh ja, ich anhalten vielleicht. Der geht durch. Und schau mir jetzt so.
Nein, hör auf.
So I found this gym near where we were staying. All you do is walk up with that, pay €12, and then you've got full access to this small gym, which is 2 stories, but I don't need anything more. So I thought the only right thing to do is to get a quick workout in before we leave this place. The gym is cool and all, but it's so hot here. Not ideal conditions, but we're going to power through. So let's do a couple more sets of these bad boys and then call it a day. This gym here is actually pretty cool and there's absolutely no one here. This was a completely random one. Take it more as a postcard from me in Fuerteventura to wherever you are in the world watching this. And see you in the next one when we're back in Zurich with more car stuff.